is Letters and Pens Podcast, episode 324 for Wednesday, June 5th, 2019. This is Brian.
This is Lisa.
Are you going to look straight forward into the camera?
Apparently I move a lot, so I'm just going to sit right here.
You're not going to, after I tell you the joke, you're not going to.
Probably.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
This is why I don't do knock, knock jokes.
Who is it?
Isabella.
Isabella who?
Isabella working, otherwise I'll knock, knock again. Thanks, Wes, for that joke. What?
That's it.
That's it. Sorry. Apparently it wasn't that good. Go.
What a surprise.
All right, what do you got? Hit me. You start.
In this week, a Tomo A River restock. So what do you have? You've got the small size.
I got the 52 gram
the
A5.
Look, after this, I'm going home.
Are you really?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting the hell out of here.
I got A4 68 here, white. I like the 68. It's a nice compromise for me. 52 is
Let's
really
just hold it down so nobody can see it.
super thin. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to hold it up here. I'm just looking at it. I'm reading it. I'm
So you've got the
taking
68?
it in.
Okay.
The A4 68, yeah.
All right, that's what I had
I like
too.
the 68 better than the 52.
What's wrong with the 52?
There's nothing wrong with the 52. It's just that 68's got a little more meat to it.
So apparently our paper is meaty. In all seriousness, Tomo A River is fantastic. We have a hard time keeping it in stock, so we're excited that we've got it back in stock for a little while. Grab it while you can. Japanese paper has really been quite the craze for the last couple years, and deservedly so. Speaking of, how's your hobo?
I'm working on it.
When was the last time you used it?
Maybe a week ago.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. What do you?
Well, I usually write. Usually, the last thing I do before I come upstairs to go to bed is I take my Hobonichi and I write my thoughts for the day.
I love Lisa.
No, I don't do that. There's not enough paper.
Oh, that was good.
That
was good.
No, I just write down, one or two paragraphs, and but I haven't done it recently because my bench has been a complete mess, and it's down by my bench. So,
All right.
But yeah, about a week ago.
I asked only because in the creative room I saw Steph's Hobonichi was covered by a few things, and so apparently she no longer uses it. Shame on her. So she has been cut off. Next year she's not allowed to buy one.
Well, I was using it every day pretty much for a couple months, and then I've kind of...
Because you were logging pens or something?
No, I wasn't logging pens, but I was, writing down my thoughts at the end of the day.
Okay.
So.
All right. There you go.
But I like it because it's got the blue... I got the one with the cover.
Right.
It's got the pen loop in it. It's real nice.
That is cool.
So.
I should steal Steph's.
I will get another one next year. I like that size. That's a good size for me.
Okay, because last year you had the smaller one. You had the slim.
Yes.
And that was not big enough.
It didn't work for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that went. It's somewhere.
I don't know. All right.
Anyway.
What else do we have? This is pretty.
Did we talk about this?
I don't
hold
remember.
it up here.
The Lambie All Star in bronze. This is the All Star for the year. My first thought was that it was kind of a muted copper orange.
It's a faded copper orange, yeah.
From a couple years ago. Yeah. The colors, I like it though. It's different. And anything that isn't like neon or pastel, I'm all about.
Well, the All Stars have traditionally been
darker,
good colors.
Yes,
real good colors.
Yes,
I liked them all. In fact, if I was going to collect one, I would collect the All Stars because I like them better than that.
The blue green was really pretty.
Yes, yeah, which came back.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating. But these
it's a limited. No, it's not.
These are a really fun color, definitely different. Still takes the same Lamy nib. It's all good. Nice to have.
More of a gold than a
It really
bronze
isn't
almost.
what I would think of as bronze, but it's still a pretty color.
little
It
yellow.
almost looks like it should be part of the Lamy LX series.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All it's missing is that
Or
little metal jewel on
Bling.
the top and
The Swarovski crystal.
yeah, and the special black nib that they have.
Yeah.
But yeah, Swarovski crystal on a Lamy. Can you imagine?
Isn't that what they say it is?
Swarovski?
Yeah.
I have to redo my reading, but I don't think that's.
Piece of bling on the
I
top.
don't think that's a Swarovski.
Pretty
crystal.
color. They won't be in stock forever. So if you're thinking about getting one, grab it. There you
Nice.
go.
All
What
right.
else?
Custom 74.
Yes.
I like this color.
How come I get the pink one? Here, give me that one.
It's not pink. It's Merlot.
I know, it's Merlot.
It's Merlot.
These
Because
are
I know
gorgeous.
you like wine. Or you like two wine.
Wanna. So the new custom 70, the Pilot Custom 74s, I've got the teal, Brian's got the Merlot. It's almost like a sangria color.
Something, yeah.
They should call it sangria.
It's very.
Let's rename
It's
it.
very rosy. Is that rosy?
Kind of plummy.
Plummy?
Really beautiful. It's nice to have some actual color in the lineup.
Well, there's orange.
There's orange, but you know the orange has been around for a while, so different colors in
Yeah.
the lineup. Really, really pretty. And what nibs are on these?
Fine, medium, and broad.
There you
Actually,
go.
fine, medium, broad.
Okay.
So, 14 karat gold.
We do have these both online in Appleton and in Chicago at the Chicago store.
Yeah, the teal was back ordered in Chicago, but it is available online. So it'll be in Chicago. The Merlot is in Chicago right now.
Okay.
But Con 70 converter. I think maybe what I'm going to do is I have a tester in orange. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell that,
Okay.
and then I'm going to get one of these as a tester.
You know what this almost reminds me of? And we told you, I saw you that. I heard you. This almost reminds me of our Peacock Sailor.
Almost.
Yeah.
Not quite as green. So is that an okay? Like if I sell my orange, I can get a teal? She said nothing. Justin, she said nothing. It was like,
If
okay.
you sell the orange,
If I sell the orange, I can
yes,
get the teal?
you can get the teal. But you have
Anybody
to
want
sell the orange
Anybody
first.
want a lightly used medium nib orange custom 74 at a great price? You let me know.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on the website. I'll sell it this afternoon. It'll be gone before this airs.
Okay. Boom, done. There you go. All right, what else do we have?
But that's nice. That's nice. I like that pen. That's a good color.
I don't think I have a custom 74.
You don't actually.
Maybe I should just take your orange.
Well, you take the orange. I'll take a Merlot. That's fine.
No. No, I'm going to do what I can to make it challenging for you.
Not a challenge.
All right, moving on.
All right. Very good.
Excellent.
What
So
time?
did you just get a pen?
I think I just got up. Well, my birthday's Father's Day's coming up. My birthday's coming up.
So that's a combo gift.
That's a combo gift? A custom 74 is a combo gift?
Yes.
Since when?
Since right now. All right, so what else do we have? What have you been working on?
I have some cool stuff coming this Friday. One of my, I really ought to do a my favorite pen video on this, but this is really one of my favorite designs.
What is it?
It's a Parker.
I figured the Parker.
It's
It's got the whole arrow thing
a
going
Parker
on.
Falcon 50.
Oh,
Or
those are
Parker
funky.
50, yeah. So this pen was made for like 4 years. It has an integrated nib. It's steel, but
It's sleek.
it came about, I think, 7 years after Parker discontinued the T1, because the T1 was just very, very difficult and very expensive to produce. They came out with the
Looks like a
Falcon 50.
spaceship.
Yeah, it's a great looking pen. It's got an integrated nib unit, so if you like the Pilot, Murex, the MYU, any of a number of the integrated nibs, it's just really, the feed is sleek, the whole thing is great.
What'd they get for Mother's Day?
Custom 74 in orange, apparently.
No, these are cool. This is it's not a fat pen. The girth is not too big.
I
That's
mean,
a funky
it just
nib.
looks, it's so indicative of what was going on in Parker in the 70s and 80s. And it's very, it's very aerodynamic. It looks like a spaceship. It's awesome.
That is very cool.
So it came in stainless steel with gold trim, a flighter version. And that's what Parker called, this is technically a Parker term. Stainless steel with gold trim is a flighter. That also came in this really cool matte black. And then there's also a brown version.
Oh, that would be cool.
We do have a Signet, which is Parker's term for gold filled, and it's a Signet in brown. So it's got a brown section with a gold filled barrel and cap. And then we also have, this is actually pretty cool. They made a matching ballpoint. So it's got the little kind of the arrow on there.
Like a twist. Ooh, cap
It's cap
actuated.
actuated.
I like those.
I love cap actuated. So.
So is that a set?
This one's a set, yeah.
Okay.
The 50B for black. Really, really love the pen. Aerometric cartridge filling. So modern Parker cartridges, of course, work, but it also fits. It fits almost all the Parker converters. So there's, this one's got a piston in it. I've got another one that's got a vintage aerometric filler in it, squeeze filler.
Those are cool.
Real nice pen. It's a little bit thinner than a T1 for sure. But it's sleek. It's not too thin.
It is sleek. It's really
Friction fit cap. It just snaps on there. There's no threads to annoy you. It's really a solid pen.
that is a nice snap.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So anyway,
What's the best snap in the world?
DuPont.
There you go.
DuPont.
I miss my Orfeo.
Well,
I shouldn't have sold it.
Mother's Day's coming up.
Next year.
Well, I know. See, it's coming up. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about this week. I love this pen. It's sleek. It's stylish. It was made for about 4 years. And the best part is there's not 100 different options. So if you wanted to put together a collection of Parker Falcon 50s, there's only a couple. You get the stainless steel one, which is the flighter, which is the most common. The black's a little bit harder to find. Brown, well, we've got two of the brown Signets, but you get those three, and that's it. Pretty much that's it. Yeah.
That's why I never got into collecting Parker Vacuumatics, because there were so many different sizes and colors, and then you had the 2 jewels or the single jewel, and different clips,
different Vacuumatics, lockdown, speed line,
way too many. So this is manageable.
Yeah, it is manageable, and it's a good-looking pen. They write really well. What's not to love about that integrated nib? So if you like those, especially if you like those Japanese pens, this pen is
very cool.
Made in the United States, awesome. So one of my favorites.
Speaking of vintage converters and all of that, we do have on the site kind of an oddball thing. We have some.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
It is kind of a weird thing.
At first glance, you look at it and you go,
what the hell are they thinking?
What?
On the website, we have some Schaefer cartridges that are completely dried out.
This is the new thing, right?
Yes, it's the new
revenue stream.
DIY. No. We found some vintage Schaefer slim cartridges. And why do you care? Well, if you have a Schaefer slim Targa or a Schaefer fashion 240 or just a fashion?
Just a fashion, yeah.
It only takes specialized cartridges or a specialized converter that is impossible to find.
No longer made.
So if you have one of those pens, you will have to clean this out and refill it, but at least you can buy some of the cartridges that fill it, that fit in those pens.
And it works really well too, actually, because I had a couple of slim Targas on the bench. And I have a small stash of these Schaefer Slim cartridges. I pulled 2 out, put them in, filled them up, put them in, and they work great. And just the way that the Schaefer, the back end of the Schaefer section is set up, it really holds that cartridge in there really tight, so you can use it and reuse it. You don't have to worry too much. It's not going to wiggle around. It's not going to, eventually a lot of cartridges over time that opening will widen up a little bit.
Right.
The design, I think, is going to keep these, unless you're popping it in and out every day. I think these cartridges are going to be very usable for a long, long time. At least a single one.
Right.
So you're not going to use it and then throw it away.
Right.
So,
and they're a box of either 5 or 6. I don't recall off the top of my head, but
so handy. I mean, and
yes.
plus, I know a lot of people poo-poo cartridges. If I'm going to buy a real fountain pen, it's going to have a converter, it's going to whatever. But number one, more ink capacity. I mean, once you got ink flowing through the nib, who cares? Who cares what it is? This is the only way to use these pens. And those slim targers are nice. They're a nice, beautiful inlaid nib. Friction fit cap. It's nice and slim if you like a slim pen. But I mean, these haven't been made for 20 years?
Something like
that.
So it's nice to be able to at least offer that to those of you who have these pens. Grab them up while you can. When they're gone, they're gone. As with lots of other vintage things, you never know when we can find them. Yep. So there you go.
So empty cartridges available here.
Desiccated husks of cartridges.
But you still puncture them. That's the best part. The ink evaporates through the plastic, and they've been unpunctured. So you can, you have to puncture them first before you can clean them up and fill them.
So it's kind of fun. It's like stepping back in time.
What else you got?
We do have some vintage ink on the site. We're working on getting pictures up. Anything from, we do have a couple Parker Penman in ebony, full bottles. We've got some of the Waterman ink from about 8 or 10 years ago when they switched from the old, South Sea blue became inspired blue, Florida blue became Serenity blue. We do have some of those all full. We do have some vintage empty Mont Blanc bottles, the older rounded
52
ones.
mil.
Yeah, those are
bottles.
nice. So definitely check out some of that as well if you're into vintage ink.
There's some Sanford pennant in there, or no?
Yes.
Or is that up yet?
Yes, that's up.
Okay, Sanford pennant. Do they come in this little cute?
They are so adorable.
Is it like a quarter ounce or something?
Yes.
Bottle, and it's like bubble
so
ribbed
beautiful.
or something. It's a metal cap.
Yep.
Really, really cool.
Pretty colors. Pretty colors. So definitely check out the vintage ink. Now the trick with vintage ink is generally it is usually good to use in a fountain pen.
Yep. Absolutely.
The trick, I mean, we both have ink that's 20, 30 years old.
Or older.
Or older. Yeah. If you have ink, you should always store it someplace out of sunlight. And if possible, store it in the box just so that light can't break down the color. Occasionally, you'll find a bottle of vintage ink, like in this case. Pretty much just use common sense. If it looks fine, smells fine, stir, put something down into the bottom and make sure that it's not...
sediment.
No sediment, no slime, nothing like that. But generally, if it's been well stored, it's good for decades.
You're good to go, yeah. I mean, I occasionally will use 70-year-old script just because I have it,
Yep.
And there's nothing special about a box of 1950s script black other than it comes in a great bottle
with the integrated well inside.
So there's no need to save a bottle of this vintage ink. You might as well use it.
Right.
And as long as it meets all the previous criteria that you've just mentioned, that the ink is going to be safe for your pen because all that vintage stuff is good. The Schaefer, the Waterman, the Parker. Except for
which we don't have it on the site yet.
Parker Super Chrome.
Yes, don't use that. And when I do get that up, there's a
big disclaimer.
Stash in our living room of all this ink I have yet to put up. But Super Chrome, there will be a big giant disclaimer: do not use. This is just for collector value.
So people are going to wonder why Super Chrome and what is Super Chrome?
Yes, what is it?
Super Chrome was developed for the Parker 51, so it was a very fast drying ink to go along with such a cool new pen at the time, and it doesn't play well with pens. So I mean, it's
which
very
seems kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, it's very, very bad for your fountain pen.
Yes.
They did come in cool little metal. I don't remember if we have the ones that have the metal tins.
Yeah.
So the glass bottle inside a metal tin. Those are kind of cool. They look great on your shelf.
Don't use these.
They're not going to look good in your pen unless you've got a complete beater, preppy or something you want to try it out with, but it's going to dry in your pen. It's just not. It no longer stands the test of time. That's the only exception. Really, the only exception is the Super Chrome.
Yes.
So.
But it does come in a cool.
Comes in cool.
The presentation is cool.
Yeah.
So it has been really fun to look through all of the different sets of packaging, and even within the same brand, the packaging has changed over time.
Do you have any of those Cobalt, Parker? Those diamonds?
Those diamond with the white cap.
So it's a blue diamond is what it is. It's Parker's lifetime guarantee. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But
I get it.
our viewers might not know that.
They still won't think you're funny. The blue diamond is cool. We have actually 2 different sizes of those.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
4 ounce and a 2 ounce?
Large and small. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. That's a beautiful ball. It's a really nice.
That one, empty, looks gorgeous on a windowsill or on your desk.
Put it in your kitchen in front of the window or something.
Yeah,
it looks great.
So there you go.
So,
All right. What else?
I think that's it. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it for this week. Make sure to sign up for our mailing list to be first on the block to see all the new stuff that comes out, all the vintage stuff that comes out. It's at the bottom of every page on our website, andersonpens.com.
And don't forget, with the vintage mailer, these pens go fast. So if you don't open it up until 3 in the afternoon, the day that it comes out, things may be gone, and it's just because they are each a one-off, and somebody got there first.
New stuff added every week. But anyway.
There you go. Join us next week for more talk about ink, pens, and paper.
We're doing this in reverse.
I am.
Follow the blog for news, ink reviews, and all sorts of other stuff.
Including fun videos by the creative team.
Fun videos, yes.
All right. Check us out on social media as Anderson Pens.
And don't forget, we have a store in Chicago, ground floor, the Palmer House Hilton, open 7 days a week.
Yes. Great staff down there. Shout out to the team. And the website is chicago.andersonpens.com.
Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
There you go.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm hitchhiking.
You wanted to do this, not this.
I know,
this
I'm
here.
hitchhiking.
Thumbs up.
All right.
I'll see you
That's
next time.
Bye.